have one of those unfinished wood sign trays that we get from Hobby Lobby. This is an 18-inch diameter one, and I'm going to start by using some Wise Owl Republic Red mixed with Snow Owl. That gave me this mauve pink color, and I'm going to completely cover the entire piece of wood with it. Now I'll be mixing a few different colors throughout this video, but you can use any paint that resembles these colors. And once I had it fully painted, I want everything to dry very well before moving to the next step. So once it was fully dry, I took a smaller wood circle that I had, and I'm just going to take it on the corner and make a half circle. Now you can also freehand this. Now I have some Mandarina from Wise Owl. This is a discontinued color, so you can use any orange of your choice. And I'm going to paint in just the half circle with the orange paint. Now while that's still wet, I took some goldenrod from Wise Owl and I brushed on top of the orange, just blending some of the yellow into the orange. And I just messed around with these two colors until I had it the shade that I was happy with. I still wanted it to favor the orange, but I wanted some of the yellow to pop through. So I took some painter's tape and I'm going to make a cluster of 3 stripes. So when I make these stripes, I'm starting skinny at the bottom, but then making it thicker at the top. And the first stripe I'm going to paint using some goldenrod. Once that was fully covered, I'm going to remove my painter's tape. And then I'm going to take a new piece and make my second stripe. And again, I'm starting thin at the bottom and slanting it so that it's thicker at the top. Now this color, I'm mixing some Republic Red and Mandarina to give it kind of like a burnt orange, but you can just use the Republic Red. There is no need to mix the Mandarina in there. And I'm going to fill that section in. And once fully covered, I will remove that painter's tape. I'm going to get a third new piece of painter's tape, and I'm going to make my third stripe. And this one I'm also going to do skinny to fat, but I'm going to make it thinner like the first stripe that we did. So the middle stripe will be a little thicker, and then the 2 end ones will be a little thinner. And then I'm going to use goldenrod for that. And there's my first cluster of stripes. And then I'm basically going to repeat those steps until I go around the entire half circle that we painted in Mandarina. Now for my second cluster of 3 stripes, I'm going to start with my mixture of Republic Red and Mandarina Orange. And I'm going to use that as my first stripe. And then the middle stripe I will do with the goldenrod. And now you can really pick any color combination of your choice. I just really liked all of these colors together. And then the last stripe in that cluster is then going to be the mixture of Republic Red and Mandarina. And there's really no way to get this completely perfect unless you have a super steady hand. And I'm going to go around the entire half circle, and this is where we're at so far. I'm going to allow that to fully dry, and once it's dry, I'm going to take a piece of sandpaper and just give it a light sanding. This always helps just to make the paint smooth, and it also will take away any small imperfections. And you don't need to press too hard unless you want areas distressed. And then I'm just taking the blow dryer to remove the extra dust. And here I'm top coating it with my Wise Owl salve. This is the furniture salve and the 2-inch palm brush. It's just a nice top coat. It comes scented and unscented. And the unscented is also food grade. And once it's applied, I then take a cotton sock and I'm just going to rub it in. I got this welcome word from Dollar General, and I have these small wooden cubes that I also got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue them on the back side of the word. And then I'm going to glue that to my board. And I love this blue added into these colors. I went to Michael's, and you can find like scrap ribbon in different colors. So this had some pink and blue tones. So you're just going to tie a knot in the cluster of those ribbon, and then it's just going to get glued to the top here. You can just use hot glue to hold it in place. Now we wanted to make sure that the cluster of ribbon wasn't going to fall when hung, so we glued the strands down to stay in place on both the left and right side of the board. Then we're going to take this burlap ribbon, it's this really pretty orange, and we're going to make a bow. This has a total of 4 loops, 2 on each side, so it makes a nice fluffy bow, and then you're just going to tie the center with a piece of string. And remember, when making bows, you want to pick something with a wired edge. It just helps kind of fluff everything up and kind of position it in place. And then we are going to glue that to the center here. And then you can kind of just fix your tail of the bow as you wish. And there you go. Now we just have this fun, colorful Sunburst welcome sign. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials on our webpage as well. Have a great day.